Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. And it is the Manchester United end of season player ratings part 2. So the reason why you're getting this live stream on a Monday night is simply because we didn't have time in the first one to do all of the plays in regards to giving them all their ratings for the season 2023/24. So we're back here, people. We're back here for part 2. But first and foremost, big up everyone who's supporting. Please make sure you run up the likes on the video. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back afterwards, hit the like button on the video. So important you do that. Please make sure you share this across all of the socials as well. Like button, share across all the socials. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Hit the notification bell. We will do the player ratings. I'm sure there'll be questions on the whole Bruno Fernandes news that, well, I can't even say news, but Bruno Fernandes linked with a move away. But we'll discuss it more in tomorrow's episode because you will still get a ManDem United at 4:30 p.m. UK time tomorrow. But like I said, this is mainly the player ratings. I think my Duns are in the building. I'm not sure. Eddie is in here. Kaneki's in here. What you man saying? You man bless?
As blessed as I can be right now.
Yeah,
You
man,
got
love
me?
that. Yeah, man, I can hear you, Eddie. What are you saying, man? You good?
We cool. It's late night, so it's winding down, but always dope to be on.
Yeah, man, you already know. Big up to Steven in the cut. Big up my guy Sheik. Make sure you subscribe to Sheik TV. It says make sure you run up the likes when you enter. Facts. Big up to Warrior J, Goat Mod in the building. Stretford Gamer says season was 16 out of 10. You are damn right. So let's get to it. Let me actually pull up the squad as well. So yeah, this is the first team. I believe Ericsson was the last player we did on part
Yes, he
one.
was.
The last player was Ericsson. So, well, I don't know. Amrabat, we rated. I know Mount, Bruno, Diallo, we didn't. Casemiro, we did. Did we rate Maino? I think we did, didn't we? Can't remember. Did we rate Kobe Maino?
Yeah, I think
Maino
it was
got
between
rating.
him.
Yeah.
We did.
Ericsson was the last one. So, all right.
Ericsson was the last one.
You know what? We'll start with Scott McTominay.
Ferguson's a fair child.
Oh my God. Kaneki, we'll go to you, fam. Player rating for 2023-24 for Scott McTominay.
So Ferguson is a fair child. Okay. All right. His goals this season amounted to nothing. His performance this season meant nothing. Nothing. All the passion and shit that he did meant nothing. So at the end of the day, rating him on a performance of Scott McTominay of just being just a brain dead try hard that will just run through a brick wall and that's it. I'm giving his season a 4. That's pretty much it.
Okay.
And
Go on. Carry on, fam. Carry on.
Yeah, and that's not in a case of, oh, his season is it's Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
There's nothing he can do. He's shit at passing. He's shit at shooting. He's shit at linking play. He's shit at defending. His defensive awareness is shit. His attacking output is shit. His ceiling is shit. Everything about him is shit. His haircut shit. His face is shit.
Jesus Christ.
Everything about him is just shit. But what he does is just he's that kid in class that just sucks up under the teacher's armpit. He is a glorified teacher's pet. Yeah? That's all it is. He's a glorified teacher's pet. He's the kid that gets the class monitor and walks around like he's big shit. That's what he is. Like below average footballer that I'm pretty sure Fergie's sleeping with someone in his family because I don't know why he's still here.
All right, relax.
I don't know why he's still here. So he's 4.
Yeah.
No, it's different. No one has ever had an award made up for them at Man United.
I just don't want to put that
That's Scott McTominay.
He a faithful man, yo. Shout out to Sir Alex.
Ferguson faithful man. You know what? Let's not go to Ferguson.
Yeah.
This man right here does not deserve to have a Man United career, to be at Man United for as long as he did. Angel Gomez never got that chance. Andres Pereira never get that chance. Freaking Donny van der Beek has not been given the freaking chances of this Scottish parasite right here. This guy, you know what? Fuck a 4. I'm bumping this dumbass down to a 3 just because I hate his face. It's a 3. I can't stand him. I can't stand him. I
You
can't
know
stand
what I
anything
respect
about
about
him.
Kaneki though is he'll let, and Eddie does the same actually. And this is why I fuck with you two. As much as you are both knowledgeable and like will give your footballing reasons for rating a player, not rating a player. When you man dislike someone, you let it be known. You don't hide behind any logical reason. Kaneki just said, I'm just dumbing him down to a 3 just because I don't like him. First. You know what I'm saying? Like, I only respect the honesty, and Eddie's done that many a time. He's like, I just don't like such and such. Cool. You know what I'm saying? That I respect. Those they don't try and bullshit you with the footballing logic. This let it be known. I don't like such and such. I respect it. I do.
Yeah. Completely can't stand this guy. I've never seen a player be given so much leeway because when Mourinho came in, Mourinho liked him. Mourinho couldn't get rid of him. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer used him. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer didn't have a choice but to use him. Ralph Ragnick, came out and told you guys he does not like Scott McTominay. Ralph Ragnick came out and told you all the Man United players he doesn't like. He hated Luke Shaw. He hated Rashford. He didn't like Rashford. He hated Maguire, and he hated McTominay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So you saying a 3, yeah?
3, and that's being kind.
All right, 3. Big up to Paul B. Before I get to the actual the scoreboard, I was gonna and what a way to start the show. Big up to Paul B for the much generous super chat, much appreciated, my guy. He says, respect, bro. Been bare busy, so not been on for time. Listen, bruv, you know I got bare respect for you, bruv. But trust, believe in Ten Hag. This will be the season. I hope everything is blessed. God bless. First and foremost, Paul B, I hope you are all good. It's good to see you back in the chat. So I hope you're all good. Everyone around you is all good as well. Again, thank you very much for the super chat. And it is good to see you in the chat as well. I just don't see it. And Paul, I hope you're right. I hope if the manager does indeed stay, and this is to everyone who backs Ten Hag, that you are right and I am wrong. And he turns this around and Manchester United have a phenomenal season. I just don't see it. And all
turn
the
us around where off a cliff.
This is what I'm saying. All the evidence points to us not. Right, but that's it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say, Eddie, before you talk,
God bless, Paul. God bless, Paul. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, the Kenya Top's fire. That is fire for him. 100%.
20 bucks got me to chill. So you know what? Shout out to Paul. Scott McTominay.
Before you go, Eddie, just a quick for people on the scale. So it's 0 to 10 people. So 0 is woeful, horrendous. 1, 2 is absolutely terrible. 3 is also actually 1 to 3 terrible, awful. 4 below average, 5 average, 6 above average, 7 good / decent, 8 very good, 9 great, and then 10 pretty much top class, perfect type thing. So that is the 0 to 10 scale. But yeah, go on, Eddie. Scott McTominay.
Yeah, I just can't believe Kaneki would say all that about a multiple cup winner. It's just, it is what it is, but it's okay. I'll allow it.
Carry on, fam. One second.
Kaneki, don't kill me. McTominay for me, 4 is appropriate. It's just the same old stuff with that guy, man. He's not a great footballer. He's a try-hard. And I think the most frustrating part is the person that
he's a shit try-hard.
He's a shit try-hard. I think, because, usually with try-hards, you have to calm them down, right? With him, it's like you have to tell him, come on, Scotty, you can do it. It's like the lack of confidence in his game, other than when he's around the goal boxes, is crazy. And to be labeled as a midfielder at the same time is even more crazy. When you put it all together, McTominay isn't Manchester United standard. I'll be honest with you. I don't think he's even Prem standard.
This man wouldn't start at Motherwell or Hibs. This man would not start for Motherwell or Hibs in Scotland.
This is what I'm saying. Like, he wouldn't start, but I think that's his level. He's just one of these players who he's a Make-A-Wish kid. I've been saying that since the jump. He's a Make-A-Wish kid. The club has allowed him to live out his wildest dreams while we're 7th and 8th place and people are actually interviewing this guy after this. Like, he can actually give us some helpful insight about what he was seeing out there. Other than, if we're being honest, the back of the referee's head, because all he does is stand behind the ref, not looking to receive a pass, not looking to play a pass. When he has to track his runner, he's not really good at that either. Dribbling, we don't talk about. It's literally just 2 goals against Brentford that have kept him in the hearts and minds of people this season. Just a terrible footballer, man. It's just like to hear what we hear about other footballers and to hear what they say about him at the club.
At least he tries.
Everything. Yeah, at least he tries. Like, what are y'all talking about? Man? Like,
you know what?
Football. This football isn't about trying. It's about winning. It's about being successful. And if we're being honest with ourselves, there's not a successful football club in the world that would give McTominay anything more than 10 minutes in a match just to be a nuisance at the end of the game.
There's no club in professional that would ever have McTominay come out of their academy.
Yeah, it's a 4 because I used to think he's a shit footballer. And other than 2 goals, he really didn't do much.
You know what, Eddie?
Let me actually check how many goals he actually scored. I'm just having a look here.
He probably had like 7 or 8.
So he got 7 in the league. He got 7 in the league, and he got 10 overall. So he scored 7 in the league. He scored 2 in the FA Cup, and he got 1 in Europe. So he got 10 in total. 43 appearances across all competitions, 10 goals, 32 league appearances.
And you know what's cold? In that Galatasaray game, he missed a hell of a chance too.
Yeah, and he lost the ball. That led to us conceding.
They lost. They'd love to put that Brentford highlight package on replay, but they don't like to put the other performance that we've been subjected to. So
watch this. You know what, Eddie?
4.
Thank you for bringing up something to my mind. I'm going to bump him up from a 3 to a 5 because I've never seen a player disappear like he does on a consistent basis. That takes talent. Could you imagine how do you disappear in plain sight?
It is impressive.
90 minutes and no one knows that you're on the pitch. That takes talent. I should bump him up to a 5. I really should, just for being able to disappear on a pitch. Just Houdini. Now you see me, now you don't. I didn't know we had John Cena in our flipping midfield. Crap, man.
He's just it's just a joke. That's again one of the, when you look at the squad, he's one of those players that you look at and like, this is how far we've fallen.
Yeah, and the fact he gets consistent minutes. What did you say, Eddie? Score rating? What
4.
did you give him? You said 4. Nicky, what you saying? 3 or 5?
I'm giving him a 3. But I said if I wanted to go for the jokes, him being able to disappearing on a pitch deserves a 5 because that's the average Scott McTominay performance.
Yeah, for me, I'd say, because outside of goals, there is just nothing. There's very little.
He does nothing.
Like Eddie mentioned, him being a nuisance. If he did that, I would add. If he did that, I'd be more like, okay, cool. I'd see more. Like one thing Amrabat does that he don't like. He couldn't have done what Amrabat did. No. Sorry, he wouldn't have done what Amrabat did, for example, in that FA Cup final. But he's able to though. He has the attributes to do that. He has the attributes to be a nuisance. When you're 6 foot plus, energetic, can run around, can shift, is mobile, and you are capable of doing that. You're the worst tryhard of all the tryhards.
When you have the head the shape of a hubba bubba, you should be at least be able to do something on a damn pitch besides be Houdini.
Yeah, but in regards to it, I would say the goals is what's that. I'd say 4. I don't think 3 is poor. I don't think he was poor. I think he was below average.
And that's what I'm saying.
My expectation is
I would bump it up just because he was doing his disappearing at the same way.
Well, like he's just Scott McTominay. Like I really don't expect. Yeah, you scored some goals and you got 10 in total, which is a good return from a midfielder. But you're just like, that's it. That's the only positive to the game. That's the only positive you gave us this season is goals.
What pisses me off with this idiot the most is just that with Fred, when everyone was going at Fred, I was like, I know what Fred is. Fred told us what he is. Fred has never tried to be anything else but what he is. Fred has said, I'm not a goal scorer. I'm the person that takes the piano and brings it to the person that can play the piano.
Yeah, the
All
piano kind
Fred does is that's what he does. Fred has said, yo, take the ball, give it to who can play the ball. Take the ball, give it to the person who can play the ball. In this mutate, you know what? Let me just stop. In front, this parasite right here, in his mind, he can win the ball, do do some dead Scottish takeovers because only Scottish players I ever see do this shit is in the Scottish league. No one else does them crusty farmer step over than Scotland players. Yeah? This stupid dribbling, this man body faints and falls on the freaking floor. That's how useful he is, yeah? Yeah? He does that, loses the ball, and then stands up one place like, damn, I thought my skills was enough. Motherfucker, you don't have skills. Yeah?
right?
Your favorite color of ice cream is vanilla. There's nothing special about you, my guy.
So we say
You're playing and you're not even a good kind of playing.
he was, it was terrible. All right, cool. Going from McTominay, he was given a 4 overall.
Don't even say Mason Mount. Don't say
Mason Mount. He's the next one on the list. Mason Mount. Eddie will go to you. Mason Mount.
Nah, fuck that. Go to Kaneki, bro. I don't got nothing to say about that dude, man. This dude, man.
Hey,
you know what? Let me turn on the cam for this. You know what?
Just to bear in mind before, because I was checking the numbers. Well, people go, bear in mind, he played 14 league matches. Yes, some of them off the bench. We played 14 league matches. 1 goal. He had 20 appearances overall, 2 in Europe, 2 in the League Cup, 2 in the FA Cup as well.
Let's that's cool, Flawless. Cool story, bro.
I'm just letting it be known the numbers.
I know you are. You're a professional. Let us be the unprofessional. So you mean to tell me this brother we gave the number 7 to play 14 league matches, appeared I don't know how many games in the FA Cup, maybe 1 or 2.
2 games in the FA Cup.
Europe, did he play in 1?
He played in 2 games in Europe.
So you mean to tell me this motherfucker was not even disrespect a backseat driver. This motherfucker was a backup breakdancer. A backup background breakdancer. You know what that means he was, people? He was a crash dummy. He was the one, if there's an accident, they don't say shit. They just say, damn, scoop him off the stage. Let's keep this show moving. That's our marquee signing. He did that for. He gets a 1. And is 0 an option?
Yeah, so go 0 to 10, fam.
No, you know what? He scored a goal. So I'll be respectful. I'll give him a 1. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I think Flawless, I'll never forget when you said this shit.
Cool.
I think you and Rance probably said the same shit. This would be Ollie's Maguire signing.
Yeah.
This would be the one that takes him over the edge and really puts him out of this fucking movie. I've never enjoyed the fact that he was part of this club, and to compound that, he never even showed anything for this club. And to think that we spent $65 million on him, of all people, it's just a shame. And that's the only thing I can talk about, because I can't talk about his fucking performances because there weren't any. There weren't any performances, people. He ran around. I thought Bruno was a track star. This motherfucker is a cross country artist. This motherfucker right here, bro, he really just ran around, collected a check. We saved his fucking career from being one of those West Ham, Fulham type of players, which he rightfully is, and put him on the main stage. We could talk about the fact that he's injured. We didn't talk about his game at any point in time this season. We talked about how much he's injured. Absolute disgrace. I have, again, another one of that fucking group where I just look at him and I'm like, this is how far we've fallen. Because people, here's the one thing they need to know about our fucking tryhards of old at United. Because United has been a team that consistently employs tryhards because they help accept, like, kind of what's the word, exaggerate how good your star players are because they do all the dirty work. But if you have no star players, you have no world class
You don't have
players,
a
not even
call.
world class players. Okay, you see what their deficiencies are as footballers, and it's just
Absolutely.
so glaring that this guy can't do shit except run around. And the manager thought it was a great signing. Um, a one for the goal I think he scored against Wolves or some shit. Forget who it was.
Brentford. He scored
Brentford.
late, and then we
Okay.
conceded. Remember, he scored late
Then
on,
we
and then we conceded
conceded. Yeah,
late on
we conceded right
after being
away.
terrible for
So,
the pretty much the whole
oh,
game.
so fuck. I thought it led to a win. Never mind. He gets a zero. Fuck that. Yeah, he gets a zero. He's done. That was shit. Yeah, pathetic, man. Actually pathetic, dog.
What you telling me? What you saying, Kaneki? Oh, he's gone.
He
Don't worry, man.
jumped
We'll get
out. He
Kaneki
jumped.
back. Yeah, Kaneki
Yeah.
back shortly, people. In
I'm
regards to
here
this,
too. I'm just changing something real quick.
yeah, no stress. Eddie mentioned it. Anyone who's watched me for any significant amount of time knows how against this transfer I was, and I didn't want to be right. Well, boy, I was proven right. Horrendous signing. There was no reason to sign him. And the worst part about the signing was, even if you rate Mason Mount, let's say for some reason you think he's world class, or you think he's top class, or you think he's a great player, etc., etc. Where was he going to fit into the team? Our midfield consisted of, it was Bruno and Casemiro. They were our two first choice midfielders. Putting Mason Mount don't even fit that, even if you rate him. It made no sense this signing. It was horrific. It was awful. Doesn't excel at anything. Runs around. That's it. Like, he's just energetic. He's Bruno without the GNA. Pretty much all that. He's a more efficient Bruno on the ball, but a less productive Bruno in terms of stats. Woeful signing. And that's why I checked that. And the reason why I mention the numbers as well, not only like his appearances, not only because I am professional and we have to get all the information out there to discuss it, but also I didn't want to hear the injuries excuse. Because we spoke on part one about Martinez. He played more matches than Martinez. I don't know how many starts because I couldn't find the site with the stats on, but he played more Premier League games than Martinez.
That's crazy.
And we'll criticize Martinez, and rightfully so. Same way we'll praise. So my point is, he had enough time to have an impact. I don't remember him doing anything. I don't even remember him being particularly bad, and I don't remember him playing particularly well. He was just out there running around just as an extra body. He legit did nothing. Outside of the goal that Eddie mentioned, what did he do? And he played well in the Carabao Cup against Palace. That's the one game I give him. He played very well, and that was one of our better team performances. Other than that, what was the reason we gave him the number 7 shirt and ran him down for the whole summer to sign Mason Mount? And I have people arguing me down, trying to say I don't know what I'm talking about. And what we talking, like, Prime made the point. Was it Prime? Yeah, when we was doing part one, because he was in the chat, and shout out to Prime. Because when we was bigging up, we was rating Mano, and we're talking about like what Mano's good at and why we were giving Mano the rating he got. I think he got an 8 in the end. We'll go back and check part one. And then Prime went, so basically Mano can do everything Mount can do. Yeah, we didn't have to pay for it. Because Mount does nothing special. There is nothing special about Mason Mount. There's nothing that he can do as a player that you can't get elsewhere. You want someone who's energetic and run around? All right, cool. So he's not a goal threat because he don't score goals. He's not creative. He's not defensively sound. He's not box to box. Physicality is barely there. He has stamina, and that's pretty much it. He has stamina. He's not strong. He doesn't have a top sprint speed. You don't accelerate. You don't have great agility. Doesn't have great balance. So stamina is the one thing from a physicality standpoint. Technically, you don't excel at anything. Technical does nothing. The first touch, aerially, corners, free kicks, technique, weight of pass, none of that. Mentality is kind of there. Okay, that's where he's best at. He got good work rate, good teamwork. That's it. But his anticipation isn't great. His off the ball work isn't great. Like, what are we doing here? His influence ain't great. Like, he's not someone his teammates look to. He's not in particular aggressive. I'm just mentioning mental attributes here, people. Just to clarify, because that's how I break down football. I look at a player from 3 different categories. I look technically, physically, mentally. like mental attributes? Where do you excel in these areas? And he just doesn't excel. Jack of all trades and a master of nothing. And he's barely a jack of all trades.
Yeah, bro. That
He's
jack
barely
of
that.
all trades is being kind.
He's barely that. He's just energetic and runs around. I can't even call him a passion merchant. I can't even call him a tryhard or a nuisance. He don't even do that. He's worst case scenario Bruno. Pretty much. He does everything we complain at with Bruno. He's pretty much bad at or at best bang average at, and then he don't even have output. But you go, you're going to pop up with a goal, and he played enough. Again, don't know how many starts, but he played 14 league matches. He played 20 games overall. He played more matches than Martinez. But hey, you know what I'm saying? So in regards to the mark, Eddie said, did you say a 0, Eddie? I would say
0.
He did nothing.
0.
1. But I'm not even going to argue down to 0. 1 because he's just, nothing. So awful. No stress, Kaneki. It's all good. Right, moving on from Mason Mount, we'll go to let's see. This gonna be good. Bruno Fernandes. Eddie, what you telling me? And big up everyone in the chat.
This dude, I've never hated the way another brother plays football more than this brother. I swear to God. I just like the principles of sport. Any sport I enjoy. I look for technically sound. I look for decision making. And I look for will to win. And I sincerely question all three of those when it comes to Bruno Fernandes. For me, it's gotten to a point where I've looked at family members differently by how they rate Bruno Fernandes. I've questioned the schooling my younger cousins are getting.
Apologies on the word calls. Complete system shutdown. I had to show them. I had to tell them how to reboot. Yeah,
you gotta get that money.
Go back to mount. Go back to mount.
Oh shit! All right, my bad.
You guys had your say on that, and on him. Let me have my say.
Yeah, that's cool. Eddie will get back to Bruno as well.
First thing first, and now that we're moving from Mount to Bruno, just keep the banner up.
All right, 1 second.
All right. Now let's talk about this pie and mash show speed, yeah? The Brexit Bruno. Yeah, let's talk about this brother, the Brexit Bruno with a birth defect. Yeah, let's talk about this guy. All right. 65 million we went to Chelsea for this gigantic waste of space. So we bought a pile of shit for 65 million. We gave the shit the number 7 for 65 million. We said he's our marquee signing. He's the Pogba replacement. Yeah, we signed a sack of shit and said it's the Pogba replacement. He did fucking nothing his entire time here. And this entire fucking fan base is backing this guy because he's going to come good. Listen, no matter what you do to shit, it remains shit. Dried shit is still shit. Golden shit is still shit. Silver shit is still shit. Anything you do with shit still remains it as shit. Call it whatever you want. Manure, fertilizer, it's shit. That's what this fucker is right here. 14 games, I'm giving him a fucking 0. Fuck your goal. Fuck your face. Fuck everything about you, fam. The fact that we have you is the reason why I want Chelsea just to get relegated. I need Chelsea to suffer for signing this guy. I want when Ten Hag leaves, they tell him to go with Ten Hag. This motherfucker is a go-ahead Eagles player. This dude should be playing a Scunthorpe. Yeah, Dagenham and Redbridge level player. This dude right here should be playing for Plymouth Argyle under Wayne Rooney. That's what this nitwit needs to be doing right now. I don't want him at Manchester United. He's not even a Salford level player. He needs to fuck off. Look at that dumbass smile. This motherfucker is living off of that one bookie assists against Manchester City. Isn't it funny? Manchester City has given a lot of Man United players that don't deserve time. That one assist against Manchester City in the Champions League has saved this dumbass's career. I'm telling you right now, wallahi, Danny Drinkwater is a better midfielder than this motherfucker. This dude does not deserve to be here.
I agree with that.
City's interest in Maguire is why he's at Manchester United. Pep Guardiola praising freaking Bruno is the reason why he's probably still gonna fucking be here. And this waste man's assist against City in the Champions League final is the reason why he's still here. This nigga right here was Bellingham before Bellingham.
Oh shit.
Look at you with your shit haircut. Just the fact that you have that haircut shows me your decision making is shit, because no one with a good barber, no one with sense makes a barber do that to their fucking head.
Yeah, that hairline
Yeah,
is going crazy.
you are straight up a poor man's. What's that artist's name? You're a poor man's Jack Harlow, fam.
You don't got the curls though. Jack Harlow got the curls. You don't got.
That's why I said poor. I said a poor man's Jack Harlow. He can't afford curls. He can't afford football ability, fam. You're not even a try-hard, fam. You're just shit. You have the number 7. Fam, at this point, no numbers at Man United mean shit. No numbers hold any meaning anymore. Do you know what you had to do before to get that number? And now to get the number 7, all you have to do is be shit. Why is he here?
Yeah,
what did he do?
I hear you, Jay.
To tell you the truth, the signing of Mason Mount was what made me Ten Hag out. I said it to you on the Twitch live stream. If we sign Mason Mount and Ten Hag out.
Yeah, it made me look at him funny. It was a first major red flag for me. I didn't get it.
We were going so good. And the signing of Mason Mount kicked us down a flight of stairs. Who remembers that Family Guy episode when the dude was falling down the stairs, just going papa bop, just falling straight down? You know the John Wick guy, when John Wick was falling down all them damn stairs. That's what the signing of Mason Mount did to Manchester United.
Yeah.
This nigga does not need to be here. This dude right here should be unemployed. Yeah? The fact that Ross Barkley was at Ross Barkley was at Luton Town, and this dumbass right here is at Manchester United. This to show you, and I tell you, football is not real. Choupo-Moting was at PSG, then he went to Bayern Munich. Joselu was rotting in the Premier League at Stoke, and then he's a Champions League winner, and then you have this fucking retard right here, this waste of space right here. What does he even do?
That's my thing.
You can't run. You're shit at passing. You went 2 calendar year and did not register an assist in open play. 2 years. 65 million we spent on this guy. Wallahi, I don't want UEFA to allow Chelsea to buy their way out of the Conference League. I need Chelsea to play in there against Boto's Vintage, fam. I need to see Chelsea going up and going to the swamps of Africa, playing some team next to the Nile River, fam. I need Chelsea to be out there. I need these men to be in a stadium, dodging gunshots in freaking Ukraine. Chelsea don't deserve to leave the Conference League. These men need to sit there and suffer to know that you inflicted Mason Mount onto the world, not on Manchester United, onto the world, because this motherfucker for the rest of his life will be able to say, and I quote, I want Chelsea a Champions League. Pep Guardiola don't deserve hair for the fact that you gave this guy a career. Pep Guardiola, and no, I put a curse on you, dog, on your bloodline. Yeah, everyone have a bald patch because you gave Mason Mount a fucking career. Yeah, because you decided not to play a DM in that game. You gave this motherfucker 6 years in football. Yeah,
He did.
you gave this guy a career. May everyone in your family have a bald
He did
spot on
stop
their
City
head,
from
Pep
winning.
Guardiola.
He did stop City from winning. What's it called? A Champions League. But I hear your overall point. So you're saying 0. Eddie's saying 0. I said 1. So 0 it is. I'm cool with that. I have no issue with that whatsoever. People, 0 issue with that. All right, Eddie, go back to it. Bruno Fernandes, Eddie. We'll go back to you.
Yeah, it's just the midfield is by far the biggest collection of scrubs I've seen play football in a really long time. Not named Kobe Manu. Like, it's the absolute worst part of our squad. Actually, no, it's in contention because I think when we talk about this next crop of bums, it'll be pretty scary. It'll be pretty scary. So I think for what I've seen, I'll give him a 3. He had output like he always does, but his overall contribution to our success is minimal, and his effect on our downfall is much greater. And the only time we'll become a serious club again is when we start selling players like him to other teams. It's that simple for me. I've said it once, I'll say it again. This is our Coutinho moment. I hope Bayern are dumb enough to purchase this guy. And I hope we have the same outcome that Sporting Club had when they sold him. They won the league. So we shall see. But as for me and his performance this season, he gets a 3.
Okay, first 3. All right. Kanagi, what are you saying?
Okay. Time to talk about the Portuguese Randall from Monsters Inc. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to start off with the people that love this guy because you're not fans, you're stands. Being a fan of a player means that you can sit down and criticize him justly. Being a stan of a player means that you want to butt this dude at night and bend him over. I don't need to tell anyone what you want to do. Okay, so this is what you guys do. You people that defend this guy look like every day when you go home, you have a shrine of this guy that you pray to every day. And when your girlfriend's boyfriend or your wife's boyfriend allow you to have your time with her, you need her in a Bruno Fernandes kit wearing a Bruno Fernandes mask for you to get turned on. All right? That's what you guys are with this guy.
Oh my God.
All right? There's rating this guy and there's being sexually attracted to this guy. And where all of you talk, you're sexually attracted to this creature right here in front of me. I hate Bruno Fernandes, the footballer. I'm not like anybody else. I have no problem with Bruno Fernandes, the man. He looks like a loving father and a wonderful husband. I don't give 2 shits about that. You're a fucking dumbass on that pitch. Yeah? You're a fucking dumbass at that pitch. You have been the biggest liability at this fucking club. This is the first time. Let me bring this up. This is the first time in 3 years that Bruno Fernandes has hit double digits in the league. Since Pogba's left, since that last season with Pogba, Bruno Fernandes has not scored double digits in the Premier League until this season. Bruno Fernandes has yet to hit double digits in a season for 4 years now.
Yeah, so just to clarify, you got 10 league goals this season before that. So you got 10 and 35 this season. This is league only. 8 and 37 the season before. 10 and 36 the season before. 18 and 37 in 2021. And then he played half the season in 1920 where he got 8 and 14. So this season overall, he got 15 goals in 48 matches. He got 2 in Europe and 3 in the FA Cup as well. So 48 appearances, 15 goals. That's overall. Yeah,
all right. Bruno Fernandes is the epitome of somebody that goes to a river to catch water with a fucking basket. That is what this idiot is. 127 chances this season, 37 big chances, negative goal difference, and this brother don't have 10 assists in the league. This brother right here, dude, does not have 10 assists in the league. This makes Bruno's fourth year of being unable to get double digits in assists in the Premier League. Since Pogba's last season, Bruno Fernandes has not hit double digits in the league. When Pogba left, he left with the most assists in the league on 10. When Pogba left Man United, Pogba was the only Man United player with double digits in assists in his last season.
So we got, let's see, how's it go? Yeah, you right. So we got, this is Premier League only. You got 10 goals and 8 assists.
Mm-hmm. Season before that?
Season before that, I'll tell you now. 1 second. This is Premier League only. 22-23, got 8 goals, 8 assists.
Mm-hmm. Season before that?
21-22, he got 10 goals and 6 assists.
Okay, then.
And then, Jesus Christ, yo, I didn't realize it was that bad. So where's all this assist, that? And this guy is not even hitting double figures.
Because these people walk around with a Bruno Fernandes dildo in their fucking mouth.
Season before, 8 before that, 6 before that. Yo, what is going on?
If they spend, if United fans spent less time.
Crazy.
People you have formulated what Bruno Fernandes is based off the first season that he got here.
You want to know what the thing is, Flawless?
They run with the narrative. That's it. That's all it comes down to.
The thing with Flawless is this: if this fan base spent less time sucking him off and actually watching how he damn plays, they'd understand that he's shit. Bruno Fernandes in the year of 2023.
But like you eloquently put it, they can't see the pitch because their head is down.
All right? You need to understand. Bruno Fernandes in the year of 2023. What was it? 43 Premier League games played. 7 assists. In the year of 2023, in the Premier League only, 43 Premier League games. In the year of 2023, 7 assists. So from January to December, in the Premier League, Bruno Fernandes has registered 7 league assists in 1 year. 7 league assists in 1 year. In that 1 year, Bruno Fernandes has created 287 chances. 12 big chances. How the shit do you create 287 chances and only 12 of them were big chances?
You have to think, to add on to that, how much football is this brother actually playing too?
Yeah.
He played every game in 2023.
Bar this last couple of weeks when we were down and out, he played every match.
Yeah, Bruno Fernandes in a year of football, in 1 year of football, 43 Premier League games, 7 assists. 7 assists. This motherfucker right here plays right behind the striker. This idiot right here has over 300 chances.
Big up to Lee Gunner first and foremost.
Shout out to
He's
Lee.
not a dickhead. Yo, shout out Lee Gunner. Shout out Northside. Northside raid. Project Ineos, and we believe. Big up to Northside. Make sure you subscribe to this dickhead too. Who says Project Ineos, in Ineos we believe. And same way I believe in Arteta, man. Mikel Arteta in, Super Mick at the wheel. 5 more years. Hashtag progress, man. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag progress. Well, subscribe to Northside LDN. Subscribe to Lee Gunner. Salute to my 2 sons every single time. Make sure you go subscribe and big up everyone that's joined over from the raid.
Because I'm telling you this, these guys don't watch Bruno Fernandes when he plays. Every time Bruno Fernandes has the ball at his feet, these mutants have their pants at their ankle. Yeah, that's what they do whenever Bruno Fernandes plays. That's all they do. They do. This fan base is infested with a bunch of stat man. Every single dumbass that has sofa score on their fucking phone is a stat man. You're trying to tell me about Bruno Fernandes expected this, expected that. At this point, I'm telling you that these motherfuckers are at Bruno's house, telling me how many times he inhales and exhales. Yeah? These mans are praising Bruno Fernandes for doing the basic. Did you see him scanning the pitch in the Champions League final? Look at how amazing he is. Look at Bruno Fernandes scanning the pitch like a basic fucking midfielder, like you're supposed to do. Yeah,
So
like you're supposed to fucking do.
living the vida process. That's funny.
That's
I
fire.
remember outside saying this about Arsenal.
It is
Yeah,
fire.
man, living la vida process, man. Let's go. Hey, print that on the
Because
team
that's the
outside,
thing.
man. Yeah, go on.
That's
Eddie.
the
Go on,
thing,
go on.
right? Like, and it's kind of, we have the same issue, right? You're supposed to all do the same two-step when you hear the Bruno Fernandes tune come being played. Like,
Brother.
everybody's supposed to hit the 1-2 step to how we're supposed to
Brother,
when you hear the name Bruno
this
Fernandes.
man is
we're
a
all supposed to
Make-A-Wish
sleep.
Foundation Kevin De Bruyne. That's what he is. He's a
But you
Make-A-Wish
know, it's
Foundation
worse than
Kevin De
that.
Bruyne.
It's worse than that. Let's not even let's start here. We had a grown man put his face on camera on not on this platform, another platform, and have the audacity to talk about how Bruno's comparable to Modric. So I'm saying,
Brother, don't even get me started. Don't even get me
when
started.
that
So the
happens,
brother,
but again, let me just say, when that happens, that's when you have to honestly assess the type of community you're in and realize that there's a lot of lead in the water. And if we don't get the lead out of the water soon, we'll have many more people who think like this, and that's a problem. And so
listen to me.
It's sick. It's sick.
Before you-
It's a
Listen to me.
Before
sickness.
you go,
Shout
get
out,
up,
it's a
because we're gonna
sickness,
be-
dog.
Okay.
It is a sickness. Hey, there's over 100 people in here. Big up again, everyone who joined over from the raid, but run up the likes because we're only at 37 likes and there's over 100 people. So like check 1212, like check 1212. Let's get up to 90 likes. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. Hit the notification bell. Roll to 12K here on Sarcasm City TV. Applause yours. Go on, carry on, man.
All right, fam. This brother right here is the Lisbon Lalana. This guy is completely just utter shit. I've never seen a trash bag like this. This brother was shit at Vitesse, shit at Udinese, shit at Sampdoria. He was horrible. Every one of these stat mutants coming out here. He had a breakthrough season at Sporting Lisbon. He did fucking nothing at Sporting Lisbon. Yeah? Don't try and tell me. Any one of you in this dumbass fan base, you know Bruno Fernandes from YouTube highlights. I've known this nigga from watching him at Udinese. Don't try and tell me about this fraud. This brother has a built-in birth defect. He's unable of doing the fucking basics. It's against his coding. It's genetics. This brother right here is incapable of doing the fucking basics. But when he does the basic, it looks like he struggles to do it.
And then you know what the cold part about that is? You say that, and I'm sure there's somebody out there listening like, yeah, this brother must not have watched the FA Cup. Did you see that pass that he paid to Manu? Brother, let me tell you something for free.
Go on, Eddie.
If I give a kid 300 pages of homework to do within a semester, and he doesn't do shit with them, it's the last day of class, I give him his last assignment, and he does it. Am I now supposed to give him some fucking gold medal? Am I now supposed to place him on this pedestal? Now I'm supposed to see what his parents have been telling me. Oh, he's a great kid. He's the type of kid that you bring home to date your daughter. Woo, woo, woo. Fuck all of that. He is a scrub.
You want to know the thing is?
Go, Kideki. What was yours? What score are you giving him? Kideki, what's the score you giving him? What score?
What score I'm giving him?
0 to
What
10,
score I'm giving him? Okay, so I'm going to take his chances this season in 125, and I'm going to divide them by the big chances that he created. Then I'm going to divide them by our goal difference. So his performance this season is a fucking 1.
Are you giving him
1?
1? Eddie, did you say 4 or did you say 3, Eddie?
I said 3, I think.
You said 3.
I said 3.
Okay. Oh, 3 or 4. You say
Just
And
not
the worst
giving
thing
up.
about it, I don't mean to cut you out. I'm going to tell you this right now. I blame that Norwegian STD for this. Oligonorrhea. I blame this dumbass for this. This man has inflicted Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes on us. 2 fucking failures. This man signed the downfall of this club. Harry Maguire and Bruno Fernandes, that Norwegian STD. I blame everything on this guy.
This guy is crazy. Hey, you lot see the banner? All views expressed by panelists on Sarcasm City TV are not always the views of Flawless or Sarcasm City TV. That's for audio listeners. For watchers, it's been up
Sick
on the
must
screen
come
for a
up.
minute. It is, but
Sick
yeah,
must
I would
come up
say
and look on this, brother.
I would say because I don't expect much from him. I know like him at his best is nothing spectacular. I already know that Bruno Fernandes is not going to deliver for Manchester United. We're never going to be a cohesive unit with him, and it's just a myth and the backing that he gets for so many subpar performances because he's been. And you know how you know people that Bruno is not all that he is made out to be by people who back him, and people will tell you he's a quality player. Look at the reaction to him playing that pass for Mano in the final. Quality pass. I said it myself. Quality pass. The way he scanned was quality. The pass was on point. The weight of the pass was on point, and it allowed Mano to then finish. And I'm so happy he did that. Ecstatic at winning the FA Cup. However, that one pass, look at what if he was doing that on a regular basis, it wouldn't be such a big thing. But because he doesn't do it on a regular basis, they have to hold on to that. That's the problem right there. They have to hold on to that. Like that tells you if he's making that pass week in, week out, it's like, oh, that's normal. That's just Bruno Fernandes doing what Bruno Fernandes does. But everybody wanted to jump up and down and go over the top about it because he made a great pass. Not good enough. And people will say, where would we be without him? My response to that always is, where are we with him? No. But
we'd be better.
Where are we with
him?
Are
we with him? It's shit against Coventry, shit against Copenhagen, shit against Galatasaray. Oh, but did you see his pass in that FA Cup final? Fuck off.
Yeah. And just to clarify as well, our 2 worst finishes in the Premier League era have come with him.
Our 3 worst seasons came with Bruno Fernandes. Our 3 worst seasons came with Bruno Fernandes. Not Pogba, not Lingard, not Martial, not Sancho. Yeah?
Not Fellaini.
Not Fellaini, not Ashley Young, not Smalling. It came with Bruno Fernandes and Harry Maguire. The worst seasons we've ever seen. Our worst defeat came with Bruno Fernandes. Our worst Champions League performance came with Bruno Fernandes. Our worst Europa League performance came with Bruno Fernandes. Our worst everything came with Bruno Fernandes. Every single negative shit. Bruno Fernandes ranks top 3 in the world for most inaccurate passes. Bruno Fernandes is in the top 5 for most dispossessed player. Yeah, Bruno Fernandes is in the top 5 for most inaccurate crosses. Bruno Fernandes has literally cost Man United just as much as he's helped us. This man right here is a walking negative. The only difference between him and Harry Maguire is that Harry Maguire has cost us 86 points since he's been here. Bruno Fernandes has won us just as much point as he's lost us. That's the only difference.
And let me just get to something as well. To big up to Temadial, big up everyone in the chat, because he says him at his best is just goals. I know that, but so is Vinny, for example. That's what I'm trying to say. Pedro was the odd player within the Great Barca tiki-taki team. That's all I'm saying. Here's the key difference that you are missing out from this Temadial is Vinicius Jr., because this is cloud. Now, the reason why I do this, Eddie, because there is people who believe this type of thing. You know what the major difference is between Vinicius Jr. and Bruno Fernandes? Forget quality, forget what team they're playing for, forget what they've done. One is a number 10, one is a winger. I need my winger to offer. I need my attacking midfielder, my 10, who's linking up the play from the 6s and the 8s, also linking up play from the wide players and linking up with the striker to be much better on the ball. I am much more accepting and much more of allowing of my left winger or right winger just giving me goals. My midfielder, that is unacceptable, because in the history of the modern day game, let's go back 20 years. We'll go back 20 years just for argument's sake. We go back further. We'll go back to the year 2000, just so we'll go back 24 years. There's no team who have consistently won major honors whose attacking midfielder, the person who links all the play, is not technically sound. Because you also mentioned as well, Temadara, in the chat about it's not about having 11 technical players. That is true. And you must be new here, because I'm someone who has me and Eddie in particular, because me and Eddie have been doing ManDem United for a long time now. And Kaneki will know this because we've been doing shows for a significant amount of time. And he's been in the chat for the most part. How many times, Eddie, have we spoke about the lack of pace and power in this team? How often have we spoke about the lack of athleticism in this team? Consistently. I've said that team is out there looking like it's a bunch of me's out there. Like, we've spoken about this. So it's not just about technical ability. It's about a mix of things. But I need technical ability from my number 10. The person, the number 10, before you go, Kaneki, is there to not only deliver for himself, he's there to help everybody else. He's there to help not only your other midfielders, so your 8s and your 6s. He's also there to help your 2 wingers and your striker, or depending on what formation you're playing. He's not good enough. Who does he make better? What attacker does he make better? That's my question to anyone. Who as an attacking player has flourished with him? Somebody tell me. Who has flourished? Who is next to him where you say, oh, he made such and such better? Yes, you might not rate Garnacho and Antony and Rashford and Hojlund, etc., but it gets to a point where it's like, right, maybe it's him. All the attackers we've played with the entire time he's been here, and he's the only number 10 I know who's got all of this praise, who has never made anybody better. Somebody tell me, please, who is he a foil for? Who do you look at and link up? Even before you go, Eddie, even Rashford having the season he had last season in terms of goals and assists, that wasn't, when he goes through his purple patches, that wasn't Bruno. It wasn't on Bruno. Him and Martial linked up. That's been a thing where Martial, I can say, Martial has helped Rashford be a better player. I can say Rashford has helped Martial be a better player. For the deficiencies of those two players, I can say they helped each other in tandem. Who does he make better? He's great for himself. He's not great for the team, and people misunderstand this all the time. He is the new age, for those that are old enough to remember, Van Nistelrooy. And Van Nistelrooy was a bad boy striker. The best finisher I've ever seen at Manchester United. And I've seen all our top quality strikers. But we was a better team without him. That's just what it was.
Those things where
go on. Just had to get off my chest.
At the end of the day, when people will bring the name of Vinicius up in a conversation about Bruno Fernandes, I start to lose hope. There's no world, there's no galaxy, there's no universe, multiverse, whatever you believe in, where those two types of players should be brought in any type of circumstances. To see what Vinicius did with the ball at his feet in the last waning moments of that Champions League game,
putting the ball through Ryerson's leg.
Bruno could only dream. That meg that he pulled off on the byline is so saucy that your brain has to be working in a unique type of way if you even figure that out. Like, it's just the audacity of you to pull that in that moment is crazy.
I just want to get to this. It said that's preference, though. It depends on the balance of the team. There's no preference. I'll ask you a simple question. I'll ask you a simple question, Tamadao. I'll ask you a simple question. Name a 10 that is a similar profile to Bruno who's had success, who's been a part of a successful team.
He talks about let's just kill his argument.
There's no 10
he talks about he's just goals. And Kaneki just eloquently explained how he's had double-digit goals how many times?
This is the first time in 3 years Bruno Fernandes has hit double-digit goals in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's not even a
3 years.
Thing. It's not even a preference thing. There's no profile that's like him that's been successful. It don't happen.
No. Bruno Fernandes is a glorified Sean Dyche player. Put it like that. If Bruno Fernandes was at Burnley on the right, he wouldn't look out of place. You want to know what the thing is? Here's something that I'm going to tell you right now. Do you know what's the difference between a pile of shit and Bruno Fernandes? Yeah, when shit goes through a ball, shit stays on the ball. That's the difference between Bruno Fernandes and a pile of shit. When the ball goes through the shit stays on the ball. No matter what you do, the shit always stays on that ball. That's not Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes is by far the most horrid player that has ever existed in freaking football. I'm not going to bring his name. James Rodriguez doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Juan Mata doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Jesse Lingard doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Madison doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Ericsson doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Modric doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Toni Kroos doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Jude Bellingham is 20 years old. Jude Bellingham doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Musiala doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Arthur Gola doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. David Silva doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Odegaard doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes. Emil Smith-Rowe doesn't play like Bruno Fernandes.
But
We want to
Tamadao,
what is
wait, hold up.
yeah.
Tamadao, Jude is not a 10 for unless I've been watching Madrid. He doesn't play as a
Jude
10.
is not a 10. Jude
He's
is not a 10.
He's not a 10. See what I'm saying? Man,
Jude
just be
is
out here
he
lying.
plays.
No,
It's
look. Let
it's
me explain it to you
debatable.
guys. Let me explain it to you guys how it goes at Real Madrid because everybody's confusing it. Jude Bellingham is being used in the Kaka role. Look at how Ancelotti set up AC Milan in 2003 to 2004, and you see Jude Bellingham is basically playing as a false nine. He's who makes the late runs into the box.
Yes, he's not
He
no
is
10.
Kaka. No, he is his Kaka. That's who he is. He's Kaka. He's Rude Gullit. That is the role that he's using him as. He's the target man. Jude Bellingham is to Real Madrid as what Fellaini was to Everton. That is what Jude Bellingham is.
See, this is where people just be lying. Carlo Ancelotti legit said this. I
Yeah.
don't want him anywhere near the midfield. So
Because he's not technical enough to do that.
He's legit, so he's not. So again, you know what? Let's just move on anyway.
No, but
anyway,
that's just the thing.
But again,
this is what
We've
happens
been-
when you get into this Bruno
because
Fernandes
like again,
conversation.
man asks a question and then man can't answer it, so we just keep it stepping. But what are you giving him scoreline? What did score rating? Sorry, what'd you give him?
They're giving him a 1. I gave him a 1. I don't give a shit.
I
I need this dude in Saudi counting sand.
What you say, Eddie?
3.
I said 4, so we'll go with 3. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Who is next?
Someone.
Hold
Jeez,
up.
no.
One
We
second.
already
No,
did this.
you're
That
right.
cricket.
Yeah. We already mentioned about. All right, cool. Yeah, you know what? We'll go Diallo. That's what it is. We'll go Diallo. Eddie, we'll go to you. I'm at Diallo. I'll pull up his numbers in a second.
It's tough. It's tough because the Ten Hag tax is real, and it didn't necessarily lead to him not performing. It was just that he didn't get to perform. So it's hard for me to base a seasonal ranking on the last couple of weeks of the season. But with that being said, from what I did see, every time he came on, I'd probably give him a 6, an average. Just because there's not enough tape. But
yeah, he played 9 matches, 1 goal in the league, and I've played 12 overall, 2 goals. Obviously, the other goal going in the FA Cup as well. So he played 9 games in the league, 3 games in the FA Cup. Yeah, and
this is where these people who create excuses for Ten Hag because it thinks it makes them a better fan or a more logical fan for some reason. They lose evidence because the right side was a question mark this entire season. And you had a guy there the entire time who could have played a majority of these games that you're looking for a right winger. And the last 2 weeks, you see what he could have done, and you still found it upon yourself to not play him in the FA Cup final. And the only reason it looks good is because that Man City goalkeeper didn't understand his responsibilities. So I'm supposed to sit here and really look at this and be honest with myself that this kid's being set up to fail. He's being set up to fail every time. It's just you don't have a manager who believes in you. You're not getting the opportunity to show yourself. When you do show yourself, you give a great showing. Like, again, he's always going to try hard. But the best thing about him is he has technical ability that he can rely upon. That if he's not scoring goals, he can be involved in the link-up play that'll get us a goal, right? There is many times where you saw him receive the ball from deep, one guy around him to another guy around him, but he calmly places a pass that at least allows us to recycle it. And it's not a quick turnover. And I've always been impressed with his game. I think this was another step for him personally to show himself that I belong here. by the way he performed. The way he took his Liverpool goal was amazing. The way he took his Newcastle goal, amazing. You just see a lot from him that leaves you excited for the future, and hopefully a manager will come in that will utilize his talents in the right way. So I'll give him a 6.
You're saying 6. Big up to my guy G in the chat as well, man. Shout out to you, G. Hope you're blessed. Make sure you subscribe to GTV Football. What are you saying, Kaneki?
All right, for me, I'm going to bump him up and give him a 7.
Okay.
I wanted to give him a 6, but Eddie, based on the shit that he got, but still stepped on that pitch and did what he did in such little 9 games in the Premier League and 2 starts. It took him 9 games to have the same amount of goal contribution as Antony. Yeah. I'm giving him a 7 because of that. Because this kid right here, in that Europa League game we had against AC Milan, him and Pogba took us to that final.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Pogba took us to that final.
Mm-hmm.
And that header that he scored against Donnarumma, a 6'6" goalkeeper, for you to do a looping header, for you to be able to do a looping header at his height against someone that's 6'6", that right there shows me that you're different. To come on in pity minutes, let's be real, it was, as Flawless said it very beautifully, it's here you go minutes against Liverpool in the FA Cup. Here you go minutes. And you came us and dragged us. You basically unsank the Titanic. That's what he did in that Liverpool game. Because we were sinking. And this kid right here with pity minutes literally resuscitated us from the brink of death. And his reward was to be sat on a bench and watch every other player play on the right except him. Bruno played on the right. Mount played on the right. Yeah. That Buenos Aires, Ellen DeGeneres played on that right, on the right. McTominay played on that right. Everyone played on the right except Sancho and Diallo. 2 players that he doesn't like. 2 players that he doesn't like. And all I ever heard from anybody was, oh, but he benched Antony, his favorite. You benched a player that's going through shit, that has negative PR. That's so shocking. Who wouldn't do that? Right? Who wouldn't do that? You chose, and instead of playing Amad Diallo on the right, you then went on to play Eriksen on the right. Eriksen, yeah? The Danish Iron Man. You chose to play Eriksen on the right over him, and he's been fit. He's been fit for majority of the season. Over half of the season, Amad Diallo has been fit, and you refuse to play him. You refuse to play him. But you want to know what the thing is? How Ten Hag treated Diallo remind me of how Mourinho treated Anthony Martial. When Mourinho's job was at risk, Anthony Martial was constantly in the starting 11. When his job was fine, you saw him kick Anthony Martial out the team. Right or wrong?
You're right, man.
Yeah, you're right.
That's what it is. The 9 games he played were the 9 games when this dumbass's job was at risk.
Well, what you say? What were you saying? Score.
I'm giving him a
7.
7. I'm giving him a solid 7.
Eddie said 6. I was thinking between those two. I would go overall. He was very important in certain games. I think a 6 is fair. And that's not because I don't rate him. I think if he would have played 10 more games, he's probably getting a 7, 7.5. I think it's just game time.
I wouldn't even say 10 more games. If he had just played 3 to 5 more.
Yeah. I hear that. Because he played 9 league games. So it's like, and he had impact. There's no games he played, and I went, yo, Diallo was awful today. Like, at worst, he was a threat. At his very worst, he was a threat. And obviously, we know about the Liverpool goal in regards to that. Obviously, the Newcastle game as well. He played well in some important games as well. So, yeah, I think a 6 is fair, but that's not a shot at him. And if he had played, like Kaneki just said, 3-4 more games, we're probably here talking a whole different scenario. So, yeah, I would say for Diallo, I would give him a 6. I would say above average overall, but that's not on him. And he's a player who, regardless of who the manager is next season, or if we sign Elise or we sign a right winger, I want to see get more game time. With
how many games has Pellistri played? How many games has he played this season? Pellistri. I know he's out on loan, but how many games has he played?
5.
I'll tell you
I
now.
want to know if he's eligible. If it's not, if it's 8, we can probably give him a rating because I want to give him a rating. But I just want to make sure. How many games has
I
he played?
Oh, yeah,
can't,
he
bro.
played. Yeah,
I would be
he played
real.
9 league games. He played 9 league games for us.
Yeah, I want to give him a rating. I
Go
want
on,
to, even if it's not the top.
go on.
It was the dribbling he did that led to that when he assisted the Bruno Fernandes goal. What was it? Was it against Fulham? Somebody in chat correct me. I'm pretty sure it was Fulham, where he got the ball on the right, took on 3 players, dummied a shot, and then back passed it to Bruno, and Bruno scored. No other player in our team is doing what Pellistri did. For him, I'm going to give him a 5. I can't bump him up to a 6. To a 6, like I can't. I want to bump him up to a 6, but I'm going to give him a 5 because he just wasn't given the chance. But Pellistri, in the games that we've seen him played so far this season, when given a proper chance, and not the suicide games that Tengar's given him in. Hey, let's play him against Anfield. At Anfield, How about I throw him on in a game we're losing against Bayern Munich?
Yeah, because he played against Barcelona as well. I remember that.
Yeah. So for
I'll
Pellistri,
just
I'm gonna give him a 5.
Who are you saying,
I
Eddie? Go
think
on.
it's fair to at least
honestly,
give him.
nothing stands out. Like, I can't really talk about him because I don't really remember him being out there like that. I wasn't really looking for him like that. I just thought, against another player at the manager, underutilized. So I'd probably just, like no grade. Like I have nothing when it comes to him. Again, with him, it's very apparent that he's a complementary piece to a striker. He'll get the striker the ball. He'll play off the striker. He's not one who creates a lot of chances for himself.
No, he's an old school winger.
Oh yeah, old school. I do now. I think I do remember him missing a pretty big chance. I think it was against Bayern
Yeah,
Munich
he did. He
or
missed a couple. I
somebody.
remember.
It
It's good
was
to
it
actually
was
see him
Bayern
again.
Munich.
It's good to actually
But
see
it
him get game time.
happens. It
Right.
happens. It happens. So yeah, I don't really have too much to say. I think whatever you roll with Kaneki, I'll roll with. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm giving him a
that's my
5
rating.
because the fact that he wasn't given that much chances, but when we saw him play, the one against Bayern Munich were basically chances where a seasoned winger scores it. But this is a kid that's been sat on our bench and sent out on loan all his career. He's never given a chance.
Yeah,
And for you to
I
bring him on as a sub, just a random sub like that, and for him to be getting into those dangerous attacks, it just brings up, yes, he missed them, but the whole problem is this. If he's making this much chances in the 5 minutes he was on that pitch against Bayern Munich, why the fuck did you not play him?
Well,
Think
nah,
about
yeah,
it.
that's a question for Ten Hag again. Just because
It's a
I
damn
can't recollect
indictment,
like
fam.
performances like that. I can recollect moments. I won't place a grade on it, but I'm not
I
gonna
want to give
dispute
him
what you're
the
saying.
only reason why I want to give him a grade is because just like Ahmad and just like Sancho, these guys were just out of favor with the manager because he wanted to prove that his signings are the best. That's basically what it was.
Oh, that's fair.
Oh yeah, we gonna get to him too.
We're going to
Go
you,
ahead, Lo.
Kaneki. Let's
Yeah,
get to this,
yeah,
Anthony.
yeah. Let me go. Let me take
Put
a
up the
crack at
banner.
this
All right,
real
go on then.
quick.
Go on
Put up
then.
the
Go on
banner.
then, Eddie.
Put up the
Go on
banner.
then.
Just put up the
Nah,
banner.
nah.
Just put
Oh,
up the banner.
Eddie said he wanted to go on, Eddie. Go
Let
on.
me
I
let me
know
let me
Eddie have
tell
a go,
y'all
but I'm
something
telling you,
real
put up the banner.
quick, bro.
Oh, yeah,
Let
we'll get to
me
it. Don't worry about
because
it. Go on.
it's at a point where I just I just can't believe this dude, man. I'm gonna be real. I'm shocked. I'm like the amount of memes that have come from this dude in his short time here is absolutely hilarious. And when I just isolate his performance this season, we gave him grace because it was his first season last year, although we were fucking big timing him up because he scored that goal against Arsenal. He had that week, that I think it was like 3 weeks in a row where he was scoring goals and then he fell off a cliff. And then for you to show your ass the way you have with your off the pitch stuff, um, it's just embarrassing that this dude is still wearing the kit. You've contributed nothing but embarrassment to this club. When people see you play, they call you a fidget spinner. And it never even hit that shit. Maybe I should change up because he was still doing the same shit. He's quite possibly, other than Bruno, the most predictable player on our team. Cut into the left, cross. Cut into the left, shoot. Sky it over the bar. Sky it out of bounds. You name it. He's barely ever going to hit the target. He's barely ever going to hit the goal. You celebrated, went down to your knees, paused, and celebrated a goal against, I didn't even remember their fucking
You
name.
talking about Newport County?
Newport County. Thank you.
Was it Newport
That's
County?
the name of cigarettes out here
Yes, it
in
was.
Cali, bro. They call them Newports.
What was it that made man of the match performance? We scored 4 against Newport.
Like, you did what I'm saying? You went down to your knees thanking God because you scored against Newport. People, I've laid it out perfectly for you with that sentence. The brother was starving, and he's thankful to Newport County for feeding him. Absolute scrub. And again, we talked about Mount being 65. This brother was 80 million, and there are add-ons that, thank the Lord, we did not hit, because if we had hit those add-ons, it would have been in spite of his performances. I've had it up to here with him. He needs to go. Maybe go back to Santos in Brazil, the Ukraine, MLS. But you said you'll follow that manager anywhere he goes, so follow him when he leaves, please. I just can't wrap my head around how bad of a footballer this guy is, and I'm embarrassed of myself for trying to defend him when the writing was on the wall.
Yeah, but you're United. Same way I do, because you're United, so of course you're going to, man. You want what's best.
Yeah, I hear it.
You're always gonna want to try and see it, but then eventually you're gonna be like, all right, enough's enough, like where you are now and where you have been. So I get that.
Yeah, it's just it's again, this in the Mount signing. No, honestly, he has 3, one more that we haven't gotten to, that just sum his entire tenure up with this club perfectly. So for him, I'm gonna go 0. What did he do? Literally, what did he do of significance? The
one performance against, what's it called, against Liverpool, where he come off the bench. That's the only thing I remember. That's it.
He scored a goal against Liverpool, so I'll give him a 1.
No, I don't know if he scored, but I know he played. What did he score?
No, he did score again. He did score in the FA Cup.
Yeah, with the swinger. Yeah, he scored on the right foot. Yeah, he did.
Yeah. I'll give him a 1 just for that.
That's the only thing I remember him doing where he actually played well coming off the bench. Like, he had to be impacted the game. I hear you. Yeah, go on, Kideki. The floor is yours, fam. Let's get to it.
All right, so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk about the Peruvian fidget spinner. Yeah. This Peruvian fidget spinner. Yeah. The favela P. Diddy. You're a bigger threat to your girlfriend than you were on a pitch for Manchester United. Okay, let's talk about the Brazilian Chris Benoit. We're talking about the Brazilian Chris Benoit right here, okay?
Chill. All right.
Chill, man. Allegedly. We was never convicted of anything. Relax, fam. Chill.
You know what? Okay, allegedly.
He's out of here.
All right.
He brought up Benoit.
We spent $100 million on this right here. Yeah. We spent $100 million for a special ed kid with Tourette's. That's what we did. That's what we spent $100 million for. Dribbling, fam, you're Brazilian. You can't dribble. You're horrible at dribbling. You can't take on anything that's not of the opposite gender, allegedly. All right. And you're just horrible. Your left foot shit. You're left-footed. Your right foot's horrible. You can't use it. Yeah, you can't link anything. Yeah, do me a favor. You came out and you said that you used to play football out here with drug cartels. Go back to doing that. All right, burn your contract at Man United. Go back to the drug fested streets of Rio, yeah, and go pile some buses. Since you used to do that before, you used to pile drug lords, you used to pile gunmen, and go do
Score.
that, fam.
Score. What's your rating for him? What's your
Zero,
rating? Zero. There
zero.
you go. Zero.
Get rid of him.
Eddie's saying one. I don't remember him doing anything. I'd say, yeah. Yeah, I think one solely for the Liverpool goal. That's it. And he actually played well in that game. So that one performance, yeah, because he didn't do anything else. And just an indictment of where Manchester United are. So yeah, all right, Antony, bomb.
Do not start Garnacho with me. Do not put Garnacho with me.
No, I'm not we're not because you just being moving crazy. Kaneki just need a scoreline from you. Just need a rating from you. Don't need anything else. Rating on Garnacho. We just need a rating. Marty running late for the club stream.
Three. Okay, take on the banner. Just three.
Three is fine. What are you saying, Eddie? I don't even know if Eddie's there. For me, let me actually check his numbers. I think he was below average.
I think he had what, six, 7 goals.
I'm about to check now. Let's see what he's on. Hold up. Let's see what Garnacho is. Hey, big up everyone that's tapped in. Run up the likes as well, man. Hit the subscribe button. Don't forget. All right. Let's see. Garnacho. So 7. He's got 7 in 36. He scored 10. I played 50 games for us. Jesus.
Yeah, he did.
36 matches, 6 in the FA Cup scored. So 7 in 36 in the league. And then he said he hit people. Yeah, he got 7 in 36 in the league, 1 in 6 in the FA Cup, 1 in 2 in the Carabao Cup, and then 1 in 6 in Europe as well. So we got 10 overall in 50 games. 4, I would say. I didn't really expect much. I put him in that bracket of it's you got not good, but you actually had some form of output. But I think you're limited, you know what I'm saying? And you shouldn't be starting week in, week out anyway. And I do take that into consideration. Adding the fact I don't expect too much from you. I'm never expecting the 8, 9, 10 out of 10 season from Garnacho because I don't think he's capable. Even in the correct system, I don't think he's capable. I think at best he's a 6 out of 10 player. 6.5 out of push. But that's with a good system around him, a good manager around him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's him at his I think him at his very best. I don't think I'm ever gonna sit here and give Garnacho higher than that for a season. I think 6 is most. I might have gave him the player ratings last season. I probably gave him a 5. So for me, below par. They expect more, but we've seen his limitations more this season. But I'd say, 4. I'm saying, what are you saying, Eddie? Garnacho?
I gave him a 3. I think for me, this dude is a scrub, bruh. And I'm just tired of us giving all these excuses for scrubs and these chances for scrubs. And I appreciate you because you're being level-headed about this shit, but I'm going to just keep it a stack. I can't stand this dude.
There's a reason I never went in on him, Eddie. I never went in on him. I just said 3 and keep it moving.
I hear you, Kaneki, because everything about this dude screams like he's a dweeb. Honest to God,
he's a dork. That's what he is.
If you're not that guy, pal, was ever embodied, it's this one right here.
This
to
dude
see
is
a winger in the Prem.
From this man is like what you see in those movies, fam.
Like he doesn't lose the ball because he gets it dispossessed. He just loses the ball.
Because he's shit.
He
doesn't
will
lose
be
the ball
dribbling
doing
full
anything.
speed and forget to dribble the ball.
I've never seen somebody purposefully run a ball straight out to a goal kick. I've never seen anybody do that. The goal is right there. Put the ball
3.
towards the goal. No.
And now I got to deal with people talking about that goal. It's a 3, bro. I don't want to hear it. Like, it's a 3. Just a terrible player. Like,
People in chat, please stop saying the word transition. Fathers, please move on from this. I'm not trying to get anyone in trouble right now. Please don't ever say that term with me,
He's
please.
just manager's running jokes in the chat for me. Like, because Eddie, what did you say? Did you say a 3?
3, and I said a 3.
Yeah, we both said 3. I said 4, so we'll go with you two and say 3 because that's the majority. Which again, I'm not going to sit here and argue between a 3 and a 4. If it's a 7 or 8 or 8 or 9, I'm much more inclined to do so. But a 3 or 4, I'm not good enough. It needs to be. I've said this. There should be 2 left wingers and 2 right wingers in front of him. He should be a 5. Should be a question of why are we not seeing Garnacho in a minute, or like there's a question of you even making the squad because you are not good enough for where we're trying to go to, in my opinion. Eddie, staying with you, Marcus Rashford. Rashford.
Lil Baby's backup dancer, huh?
This guy, yeah.
Let's be fair. Let's be real. Let's be all the way authentic. He gets a 1 from me. The way he's shown his ass this entire season has been downright embarrassing. And matter of fact, yeah, my fault. He gets a 0. He gets a 0. It's a joke how he's made this club look.
Talk about it.
And people love to talk about, oh, he's old enough. He can go out there and party. Yes, but you know what the real ones do? They do it discreetly.
True that.
And they're not out here paying for Pampers with mid waitresses in broad damn daylight. And what I mean by that is where the camera flash still works. Bruh, this guy is a certified scrub again. Like, I'm just saying that about so many players, and it's so upsetting because they're giving this guy some of the highest wages in the Prem, and we're supposed to figure out a way to sell him at the same time. And then you're going to have people who don't like him as a player using this as the stick to beat the Ineos Pinata with. Ineos have done nothing of significance since they brought themselves in. So it's hard for us to judge, but if they just sell him, they figure out a way to sell him, I won't say a bad thing about these people even after they leave.
Jesus Christ. Is it like that?
It's like that.
All right.
I'm gonna be real. I just hate dudes who talk tough, walk tough, but then when it's time to be tough, you're out here looking for help.
Damn.
And that's this dude, so he gets a 0.
0, yeah. Okay, 0. Kadeki, what are you saying?
All right. Let me talk about Quavo's cousin right here. About Takeoff cousin right here, yeah. Turn off, yeah. Yeah, let's talk about it. Yeah. Freaking Offset's brother, Upset. Because that's all end up on a pitch. Upset me. Mr. MBE young boy, yeah. 0. What do you do? Yeah.
Right.
Round here walking around looking like freaking Ice Spice twin brother on a pitch. Not performing. Why you die here for? That's not you, big man. Yeah. Every single moment you do this, brother. You wanna know what you need to do? Think when you're on a pitch. You play like you drive. 0. Move on.
Damn. For me, yeah, and there was so much. I had so much higher expectations for him this season just gone, coming off the season before. And it's like, all right, Rashford, great GNA season, carried our attack because it was like our attack didn't really do too much without it. Helped us win a trophy, helped us finish third. And your drop-off is crazy. I don't remember you doing anything. Again, and it's very telling. I've said that about multiple players during these player ratings, where it's like, I don't remember you doing anything. I legit don't remember Rashford doing anything, and then even all the extra stuff as well off the pitch. And if you back me, good. If you doubt me, even better. And then you still dropped poor performances. Still, like, and I watched you. And again, it's the worst of the worst. Not apply yourself.
Make it worse, Flawless.
Yeah, go on.
Don't mean to cut you. Make it even worse. You have more apologies than you have good performances this season.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And that's a sad indictment of like where you're at and where Manchester United are at. Very, very sad indictment. Supremely sad indictment. It's like, damn, the way you went out is crazy. For real. It really is. It really is. And let me actually check his numbers. Let me have a look here, people. You see, lot see me.
Don't even check that.
I
Flawless.
need to
Don't.
check to see how many games he actually like played and stuff like that. I actually want to see the numbers.
He's played. I think he's played 28 games this season, or almost 30.
I actually want to see like overall. I'm just having a look here. So he played 33 games. He played
33 games. Yeah.
He got 7 goals, 5 in the FA Cup, 1 goal, 1 appearance in the Carabao Cup. So he got and 4 in Europe. So he got 43 goals and 8 assists. And this is just typical with just Marcus Rashford. 1 bad season, 1 good season. 1 bad season, 1 good season. Like that's just him. Can't defend that. 8 goals you got. You scored the same amount of goals as Scott McTominay. You played 33 matches. Yeah, some off the bench, but jeez. I'd do up the performance.
Like I said.
Yeah, go on.
Man, like I said, this guy plays like he drives, fam.
You crazy, fam. This guy's bad. I really can't. So, man is saying 0, 0. 1 just because you got 7 goals. That's it. Because you got some form of output. I give you 1. That's it. That's it. That's all. But the man and I both saying 0. So 0 is 0. It is. All right. 1, 2. Let's see. Last couple people. Last couple.
Just 1 left. Oh yeah, no, 2.
Martial.
He never play. Don't even know.
Did he not play? Okay, let me check.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, if he didn't play like
didn't.
that, yeah, I'm not giving him.
Pretty sure this brother have like 4 appearances.
Yeah, if he has 4 appearances, we're not giving him a rating. If it's like 4 appearances, nah.
Thanks for the memories, my G. Catch you in France.
We played 13 matches actually. Played 13.
13. How much in the league?
He appeared in 13 matches, but he probably played about.
Facts. He played 19 in total for Manchester United. For
4 in the league.
13 in the league.
13 in the league. You know what?
13 in the league it was.
Yeah. Just because of you, Tony. Just because of you, brother. Big up yourself. Whole of 5. I'm just try save what's left of your career, brother. You're what? You're 28?
Let me try to get the
he can still play.
Yeah, you can still. Pretty sure I'm 28. Just do something, fam. Just do something else, fam.
Lacazette is out here doing the most, so I believe in Tony still.
Yeah, go back to Monaco, fam. Monaco need a striker. Trust me. Monaco need a striker. For Monaco, or as Thiago Motta I do right now, Thiago Motta could have used you or Juve. Just not follow them just not listen to Juve doctor like what Pogba do. Like them will try to stitch you up too.
I'm trying to find the stats, but I don't think was it 13 times. Did he come off the bench? Hey, if anyone has a site like it is, let me know.
He's played 13 games in the league. He's come off the bench in 6 of them.
Oh, seeing some, I can't mark him then. He came off the bench 6. Yeah, all right. Man,
Rasmus Hojlund has been Rasmus Hojlund has been our predominant striker this season.
Yeah, he had 7 starts. I'm not right. Yeah, forget all that. 7. Yeah, all right. Forget all that. Okay. We will go on to where we at. Rasmus Hojlund.
Rather get to 3, man, and I don't really care to hear about potential when it comes to him because from what I've seen, the way his brain works, it should be scary for all of us. To spend $72 million on a player who I firmly believe doesn't understand his left from his right foot at this point of his career is fucking outrageous. For me, he's not a striker, and the Ten Hag tax is real. I will give him the benefit of the doubt with regards to that, but just the way he approaches the game, it's immature. The way he handles the ball, it's immature. Everything about his game is so damn immature that for him to have any sake of having a certified career, what I mean by certified is one that people can actually respect. Ten Hag can't be his manager. I mean, he has manager because he's enabling this kind of behavior on the pitch. The way he plays is just so scrubby, dog. It makes sense, but it's just tough to watch because I'm seeing his first touch is poor. They told me he can receive a pass out the air. Onana's only gift, and he screws that up. There's so much to his game that needs refinement that the fact that we were playing him as many minutes as we played him was an embarrassment. And people will point to the goals. The goals were about
It's all in
2
one
weeks.
period as well. Yeah, it was all in one period where we just went on that mad run.
That's it. And we've seen in this Prem, anybody can get on a hot streak.
Mm-hmm.
But what we can establish is the consistency in his game is not there yet. If it shows
30,
up,
by the way. It was 10 and 30 in the league. You got 10 goals in 30 games. That's what you got in the league. Just to
10 goals in 30 games. Like, what am I supposed to do with that? So, again, if there's a player in there, I hope the next coach can pull it out. If not, I would seriously pull the plug on this experiment by the end of next season if I don't see significant improvements. And if I had to bet, I don't think we will. So it's a 3. I'm consistent. I think all of the wingers, I'm gonna say it bluntly, I don't think any of the attackers get more than a 5, and I've been living up to that as we speak. I don't think any one of them has got more than a 5, so 3 for me.
Fez, what you saying, Kadeki?
All right, so let's talk about the Asgardian Megan Thee Stallion. Yeah, let's talk about this person right here, so in front of me. Yeah, the Valhalla Miley Cyrus. Yeah. That is what I'm looking at right now. Yeah. That is what this guy is. Gigantic waste of money. A gigantic waste of money. $75 million we spent on this brother, and this brother can't afford an acne treatment for him face.
Yeah, man. Keep it football, fam.
Horrible. Let me keep it football. He's below average. First touch is shit. Can't run channels. Fam, this dude doesn't even know how to run in a freaking straight line. If he was doing that, I wouldn't have a problem with him. You wanna know what's the worst thing about Rasmus Hojlund? Is that you're not even a target. Forget being a target, man. You're not even a target, fam. How are you standing up there? How are you up there as a striker and no one sees you? Are you that useless? Are you that invisible? Have you been around Scott McTominay that long? You're up there as a lone striker and no one sees you. Opposition defenders don't even mark you. You are marking yourself out the game. You need to stop being around Bruno Fernandes. How are you marking yourself out the game? You have no attacking awareness. You have no poaching ability. Darwin Núñez is horrible, but Darwin Núñez makes himself a nuisance to defenders. You are a bigger nuisance to Man United than you are to an opposition. How do you do that? You're completely horrible. But the thing is this, the thing of it is just this. And I've said it before, and it's still an indictment on Ten Hag. If you're signing someone like Rasmus Hojlund, obviously you need a senior striker for him to be an understudy to. It's obvious that this guy is being told he's the number one. So he doesn't need to listen to Antony Martial because he's the number one. Rasmus Hojlund has no one in our team to learn his trade from as a striker. So you can see him out there on that pitch bullshitting his way. You can't bullshit your way through football, fam. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And right now, I want him to be sold more than to give him another chance because he's horrible. Absolutely horrible. He's feeding on scraps. It's not even that he's feeding on scraps. He's not even in the position to feed what little chances that we make to him.
True.
Scott McTominay takes up better striker positions than he does.
Now you right.
How is Scott McTominay a better striker than you, big man? I'm giving him a 2. I'm giving him a 2.
First. All right, you fam. Just. Ain't no pushback from me. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I hear fully what you're saying in regards to it. With Hojlund, here's the thing. Is that, yeah, you've been signed. Yes, you are in the worst possible predicament, without doubt. You are in a terrible predicament. The players around you, you know, Bruno Fernandes, Garnacho, Rashford, etc. We've all seen these men just not play the ball to you. You're not getting passes. You're not even having shots. However, Kaneki made a very, very valid point when he said, you're not even in the position to be feeding off scraps. That's my biggest criticism of Hojlund, is you don't do enough yourself. Again, being a target, running the channels, shouting at people for the ball, which he actually went through a period of doing. I remember there was a game. It might have been Newport. It was around that time.
Yeah, that was when he was on that goal, when he was on actually started scoring.
Well, yeah.
So that obviously shows that, make it even worse, that you're a confidence player. You can't be a confidence player and not know how to be in good positions as a striker. Because when you were scoring goals and you started shouting and demanding the ball, you actually were actually trying to run the channels.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Give me 1 sec, fam. Now you spot on. So I was just sorting some stuff out. But yeah, like that's what it is. Like, and yeah, they're not doing the basics. I watched it. Like I said, I was at the actual Arsenal game when we played them recently at LT, and he did nothing. When I say he did nothing, he did not ask questions of Gabriel or Saliba or the Arsenal fullbacks. You didn't drop in short and try and link the play. You weren't up against AEO, against the centre back and trying to hold the ball up. You didn't try spinning behind the centre backs. You didn't try to run the channels in terms of the fullbacks. You don't do enough. That's unacceptable. For all Garnacho's faults, one thing he'll do is make runs. That's all I need you to do. Because you actually have the attributes where if you make runs, just law of averages, you're going to get some form of success. That's where the first goal came from in the FA Cup final, was Garnacho making a run. And even though he didn't get there because the mistake was made by Ortega, he's then scored the goal. And it's unacceptable. So yeah, for him, it's like, maybe out wide, maybe in a better system, but it's like, you just don't do enough. Man, like, there's a lack of application. Very similar to Rashford. The way I criticize Rashford for a lack of application this season, that's very much like Hojlund. Again, maybe your confidence is low, but you're at Manchester United. Like, we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. So, to pattern that and get that sorted still. That's what I would say. Need to sort that out expeditiously. Here we are. For me, what would I give him rating-wise? Not 10 goals. 3, because I think he was poor. I'd say a 3. What did you give him, Kaneki?
I'm giving him a 2.
You said 2. What did you give him, Eddie? I don't know if Eddie's there. But no stress.
I said 3.
Yeah, you said 3. All right, we'll run with 3 because that's general consensus then. We'll run with 3. And I think that's all of the actual players, to be honest. Obviously, this is part 2. Please make sure you go check out part 1 as well. Yeah, Showtime didn't get game time. Yeah, that's everyone. Greenwood and Sancho are out on loan. So, yeah, that's a wrap. I'm saying, like, that's a wrap for the players. However, it's going to be fun. Manager. Manager.
Fuck him. Fuck him. He gets a 0. Let's be clear. Let's be all the way clear. I never 2 trophies, man. How the fuck he got that, I have no clue. But that's the bare minimum after you gave Liverpool one of their greatest results over us that they've ever had, and you've brought us to 8th place. He gets an absolute 0. And we'll just keep it a buck. We'll just keep it through what I believe are tangible things to look at and measure his success by. Things you can count when I mean tangible. Negative goal difference, 8th place, bottom of the Champions League group. 3 strikes, you're out. If we wanted to get into extras, let's talk about your man management.
Talk about it.
None of them like you, bruh. Not a single player out there honestly likes you. You're a nerd. You're a dweeb. L7 weenie. Scrubbalini. You are what they say you are. You are what your record indicates you are. You're a loser. For Manchester United level. Now, if you have fucking Tottenham and you brought them a Carabao Cup and an FA Cup, well, shit. You'd probably have a statue outside. But unfortunately, you son of... Let me chill. I'm gonna snap, my bad. Unfortunately, you manage at Manchester United where the standards are a little bit higher. So, I said it once, I'll say it again. Take the memories, take the winner's medal, leave the trophies, and get the fuck out of here. You don't got to go to the Eredivisie. You go where the fuck they'll take you, just as long as it's not my club. Absolute scrub of a manager. One of the greatest days of this club will be when he leaves. He's so bad. Flawless. At certain points during this season, he had me thinking Ronaldo had a point. That's how bad he is. Unbelievable. I've never been more embarrassed as a fan, and he's a big part of that. So a 0. I can't continue talking about this clown, but I'm not gonna lie to you.
First, what you saying? Kaneki, manager rating.
All right. So your $100 million signing hates you. Your midfield captain, not even your midfield enforcer in Casemiro hates you. Our best centre back hates you. Martinez hates you. Martial hates you. Ericsson hates you. Sancho hates you. Diallo hates you. At some point this season, even Garnacho hates you. Rashford don't like you. Like, damn, almost 90% of our starting 11 don't like you. 80% of our 26-man squad don't like you. And you want to stay, and what is it? We have a negative goal difference. We have a negative goal difference. You signed a DM just to play him at left back. Have the player that we have that can play left back, and you had him in the midfield. You had Diego Dalot at DM and Amrabat at left back. See here, that makes sense. Lindelof is more qualified as a DM than he is as a left back, and you had Lindelof playing left back. Yeah? You got knocked out of the Champions League by Copenhagen. You can't name me 3 players from Copenhagen, and you lost to them. You lost to Galatasaray. No English team has ever lost to a Turkish team in England until your dumbass. Yeah? You're sitting here is, I've won trophies where, stop lying. Stop lying. Yeah? If I won trophies here, if they fire me, I will just go win trophies elsewhere. Okay, so do us a favor.
Go win
hand in your 2 weeks notice. Fuck off and go win trophies elsewhere. Yeah? You can go try and win a Copa del Rey at Deportivo Alves, fam. Yeah, go do that, fam. Yeah? Go to Sassuolo. Yeah? They need a manager. Go Sassuolo and try and win the Coppa Italia there, fam. Do something else. And when you leave Man United, take the scrubs with you. Much less, there are players that I'm willing to give a chance. But you can leave, You can take Mason Mount, you can take Antony, you can take McTominay, you can take Hojlund, yeah, you can take Bruno and Garnacho as well.
Oh, there's so many.
You can take all of them and go play, yeah, for some dead team in the German League 2. You go play for Dusseldorf, fam. Go try to get Dusseldorf promoted, fam. I'm giving you a negative. It's negative 10. 10 for the negative goal difference that we have this season because of your dumbass.
First, -10. Eddie said 0. I hear it. Outside of winning the FA Cup, there is no positive to take from the season. 0 positives outside, in my opinion. Only
Not
positive
even
is
the FA Cup, fam. Because freaking Coventry.
But like that's it. Yeah, the performances. That's why I said the only sole thing. I didn't say the route. I didn't say the performances in the competition. No, solely winning the competition. And to me, that gets you a 2. That's legit it. Solely for winning the FA Cup. The only reason he's getting, if we would have lost that game, whether it's to City, whether it's to Coventry or somewhere else, he would have been getting a 0. Worst season ever as a Manchester United fan. Worst season ever. Like performance-wise. That's just me. I said 2. Eddie said 0. Like said,
Negative
-10.
10.
So we'll go with a 0. You know what I'm saying? We'll go with a 0. Actually, now you know what? We'll go with the goal difference he left us with. Was it -1? We'll leave
-1.
We'll leave him with a -1. I think that's fair. We'll leave him with a -1. That's what we'll go with. But anyways, people, hope you've enjoyed this part 2. I really need to stop doing these player ratings, man, because it's depressing when you realize how bad these players were when we start talking about like from an individual perspective. Because normally it's just a team. But I hope you've enjoyed the part 2. I hope you enjoyed part 1. Big up to everyone that's locked in. We'll be redirecting to the gaming channel because we'll be going live for Pro Club. So we'll be live on Sarcasm City TV gaming YouTube channel. Also, that's only for a short period. We'll be live on the playback at the same time, people. So we're heading over to the gaming channel because there's a lot of you here. So I was like, you know what? Actually send you lot over to the gaming channel. Then come over to the playback, people. So yeah, man, large up everyone who has tapped in. We'll be live on there in about 5 minutes. We're back today, UK time, because it's now nearly 1 a.m. in the UK. ManDem United podcast will be back 4:30 p.m. UK time. And then following that, slightly later, 1 a.m. people for the Manchester United Manchester City show. So ManDem United podcast, ManDem City podcast, myself and Vata talking both clubs as well. And in between that, you'll get some form of gaming content, whether it's pro clubs, whether it's career mode, whether it's fight night, something. There'll be some form of content going on. But love to everyone that has locked in. Big up. Obviously, the Euros is starting soon. 10 days away now, the Euros. But anyways, large up to everyone that's locked in. To Madao, big up. Oh yeah, big up to Paul B and Don C for the super chats as well. I did get to this, Don C. I just didn't mention it by name, but I'll put it on the screen. But big up to you, Don, my G. It says he's talking about Bruno when he said he's a car boot sale version of KDB. Big up to Don C. Big up to Paul B again. And love to everyone that's locked in, man. Big up to each and every one of you lot. And catch you lot in 2 minutes on the gaming channel. But this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.